Well, this is a critical game, a chance for the perfect statement to any potential rival that you are aiming higher at their expense. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running.
The presence of Franco Baresi in this lineup suggests to me, Peter, that they'll be playing quite a high line.
What makes you think that?
Well, because he's got all the qualities required to excel in such a system. Because of his reading of the game, his vision, his...
He's having a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Quick look, gets his head on it! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, lovely bit of skill.
FC Tulsa really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Passing is crisp and sharp. Beckenbauer. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Goes for a shot! We've got a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Barcelona are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Tries to pass it through. Messi, nicely aimed pass. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Davids. Now it's Shevchenko. And he was alert to it. Davids. Oh, good-looking ball. Can he get it through? He's being urged to Shevchenko! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous. The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them.
2 added minutes.
This is Messi. Cross. There's the header! It's there! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Hello attendees, this is a
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So we're straight back at it at the start.
It's Neymar!
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He'll try to keep this alive. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on. Takes a shot! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Takes a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Bale! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think...
Tries a shot! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Barcelona visibly comfortable, now up by 3. That's a sharp pass. Hullet. And this is Messi. Messi! Outstanding save to keep that out. Played out towards the right wing.
That was lovely, that.
He is through here. Looking for options for movement. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for the run. Oh, super find. Bale. It's Bale! And that's a tiny finish! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. Truly superb, a goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And yes, it's him again.
There will be 3 minutes.
Barcelona are having a ball here. Oh, terrible mistake. Bale. And he couldn't quite make it 6. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. FC Tulsa suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all... Well, this is a critical game. A chance for the
Hello,
perfect
everybody,
statement
and
to
welcome
any
to
potential
today's
rival
match.
that you are aiming higher at their expense. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still... Cruyff! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
FC Tulsa finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Vieira. Davids. Pullet. Edmilson. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vieira. Now it's Pullet. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Pullet. Maldini. Bellingham.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's a good spell of possession, this. That's destined for the flank. That's tidy. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And no, that was never going to make it. Bellingham, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bellingham running with intent. That's been cut out, well played. Davids.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Messi. Bellingham. Now it's Eto'o. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's found a way through. It's a pretty loose pass. Ball is over the line. Maldini. Oh, good-looking ball. Nesta. Eto'o going after that. Eto'o. Great vision. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, super ball!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's another good win of the ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Goes for a shot! There's a goal! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Piercing, and with... And that brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
FC Tulsa really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball. Real chance! Ruud Gullit! Beyond special! What a player!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. He's having a hit! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Maldini calmly anticipates. Spread to the right. Now, can they get him away? He's got away. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Great ball, and he's in here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Camon, substitution in progress.
Cross gets his head on it! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
FC Tulsa now in a position far more desirable.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Shapes to shoot! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Distributed tidily. That's a nicely shaped ball. Totti is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Shevchenko. Totti. And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. It's a throw-in. That's a throw. Maldini. Davids. Tries to play it through. Can he latch on to this? A header! Oh, brilliant save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Leicester tries to clear. Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way.
Been indicated.
Now it's Totti. Not the most accurate pass. Bullet. And that could set him on his way. Shot could be on. He's having a shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! And they are right back within touch. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job.
This time, surely! And that's a tidy finish! Neymar at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Number 21, Neymar! Neymar! Neymar!
And that's it. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
FC Tulsa?
Can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
Well, the next couple of hours or so will be critical in deciding their ultimate fate. Having made their intentions clear at the start of all this, now they have the chance to make it happen. It is all eyes forward and full steam ahead. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think it would be impossible to overlook this fella, Lamine Yamal. Obviously, he's often deployed as...
And the shots!
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Aimed beyond the defence. Maldini cuts out the pass. Messi, and this is Messi. Now it's Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. That looks a cracking ball. Neymar. Can he finish? And he makes no mistake. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
FC Tulsa are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the... Haaland! Oh, good finish! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails.
Oh, terrible pass. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shot could be on. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. He won't be happy with that one. He's a sharp little ball here. He's having a pop! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Tries to play it through. Oh, that's well spotted. Now there's a fine ball. It's Neymar! And it's there! And again they hit the front. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Now it's Messi. Has a look and plays it forward. He's found a way through. Messi! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Looking to play him in. Now it's Haaland. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's gone loose. Now that looks a decent ball. Knocks it into space. Neymar.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, red. Nice interception. Great vision. Now who's going to be first to this? Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
Please make sure.
No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition
out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substitution in progress.
FC Tulsa are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half. And here's Messi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short, and that interception was most necessary.
That was what...
Haaland! And there's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
After 51 minutes is number 6, Erling Haaland.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Erling
Well,
Haaland.
this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
FC Tulsa come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to...
And a chance! He's delivered all right! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
After 56 minutes is number 11, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's got away. Real chance here. Can he get on the end of this? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's their second corner of the game. Impressive jump! Beckham clears without hesitation.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And that's been intercepted. He's going for goal! He's got a goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So again, we have parity.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
Coller. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Threads one in. Konate gets across to intercept that. Well, what about it? FC Tulsa certainly weren't expecting this.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
There will be
Barcelona
5
clearly
minutes
should have
added
gone
time.
for the
Easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
No way through. Haaland. There's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Looking for options for movement. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
A little lost today.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 14, Hazard. Number
Stern
6,
test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
number 27,
FC Tulsa. Chance! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
FC Tulsa have their lead. Oh, good effort! And it's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
There will be 1 minute
Choi.
added time.
Stam pokes it out wide. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief
And
break.
we'd like to inform you now that the latest travel
So was
information
this
is currently
when the
being
game was
displayed on
won?
the screen.
Logic and experience would certainly suggest that, but who knows what the game still has to offer. Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have... And the finish! It's in! A potentially pivotal strike at a pivotal time! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Referee has just said play on. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it.
FC Tulsa can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
FC Tulsa close now to seeing this one through to the end.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries to pass it through, and he's picked it up out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good! Collar finds himself offside. And that's that. They needed to win, and they have won.
And we come to
It
you
is
now
a
with quick
triumph.
request for support throughout charity.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes
Hello,
will arise,
everybody,
new
and
legends will be
welcome to
written.
today's match.
It is time to turn the page. Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce the footballing planet to Senegal.
Yeah, he did indeed, Peter. El Hadj Diouf, the undoubted driving force behind that fast, powerful, direct style of football that once shocked the world.
He's played it back. Mateus venturing down the left. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries to play it through. He's a sharp little ball here. But he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Diouf, he's picked his way through. Diouf! It's in! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That pass has been well intercepted. Vieira makes the interception. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Neymar.
FC Tulsa really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Nesta. Looking for a run-up. Chips it through. And that was very necessary. And the finish! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Ibrahimovic! That's put paid to the danger. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's clever. And they're back on the ball again. Vieira. Passes short and sharp.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's an imaginative pass. And that was asking for too much. Davids.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And he's been shifted off it. Olise. So, a temporary halt to the action. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change
the
at this stage.
For a special presentation
So that was the
featuring
first
our
half,
guest
and we will be
performers
back with the second half shortly.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Vieira. Coming on the field is
Gets us going
number
once more.
23,
I think it'll be fascinating to
Substitution.
see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Lovely pass, but can he get... It's Vieri! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Stam. FC Tulsa do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Nicely weighted ball. Mateus conjures time and space where few can.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Duke going after that. Mateus, that's been slipped through. He is through here. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's had a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. FC Tulsa are looking to go forward now. FC Tulsa perhaps contemplating their next change here. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Well, that has not gone well. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Deftly away. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Passing nice and neat. And this is Neymar. He's shifted Neymar! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
It's Vieri! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's well positioned here. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And this is Ibrahimovic.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
2 added minutes has been
Cuts out the
indicated.
supply. Nicely shaped ball. Good ball over the top.